Greetings, people of God. Welcome to another Sons of God broadcast. I had just now made like an hour-long video, and I was kind of tired, and I wanted to rest for a while. But I had seen something in the book of Second Baruch, chapter 51. It was so awesome that I had to go ahead and record it again. I wasn't going to take a nap and then record it, but it was so awesome, my spirit wouldn't let me rest until I did this video. So once again, my name is Minister Ron Wilkinson. My phone number is 477-9283. Sonship Ministry, Melchizedek Priesthood. And I'm going to do a little reading. It's going to be a reading video. So sit back and enjoy if you have ears to hear. And this is Second Baruch, chapter 51. And he answered and said unto me, Hear, Baruch, this word, and write in the remembrance of your heart all that you shall learn. For the earth shall then assuredly restore the dead. It's talking about the dead coming back in the flesh, which it now receives in order to preserve them. It shall make no change in their form. You hear that? And they're going to make no change in their form. They're going to come back the way they was. But as it has received, so shall it restore them. And as I delivered them unto it, so also shall I raise them. For then it will be necessary to show the living that the dead have come to life again, and that those who had departed have returned. And it shall come to pass then, when they have severally recognized those whom they now know, then judgment shall grow strong, and those things which before were spoken of shall come. And it shall come to pass, when that appointed day has gone by, that then shall the aspect of those who are condemned afterwards change, and the glory of those who are justified. For the aspect of those who are condemned be afterward changed, and the glory of those who are justified. For the aspect of those who now act wickedly shall become worse than it is, as they shall suffer torment. Also, the glory of those who have now been justified in my law, who have had understanding in their life, and who have planted in their heart the root of wisdom, then their splendor shall be glorified in changes, and the storm of their face shall be turned into the light of their beauty, that they may be able to acquire and receive the world which does not die. You hear that? Which is then promised to them. For over this above all shall those who come then lament, that they rejected my law, and stopped their ears, that they might not hear wisdom or receive understanding. When therefore they see those over whom they are now exalted, who shall then be exalted and glorified more than they? They shall respectively be transformed, the latter into the splendor of angels. You hear that? We're going to have the splendor of angels. And the former yet more shall waste away in wonder at the visions and in the beholding of the forms. For they shall first behold and afterwards depart to be tormented. But those who have been saved by their works, and to whom the law has been now a hope and understanding and expectation, and wisdom and confidence, shall wonders appear in their time. For they shall behold the world which is now invisible to them. You hear that? He said we're going to be able to see the world which is now invisible to us. And he said, and they shall behold the time which is now hidden from them. And time shall no longer age them. We ain't going to get old no more. For in the heights of that world they shall dwell, and they shall be made like unto angels. You hear that? We're going to be made like unto angels, and be made equal to the stars, and they shall be changed into every form they desire. You hear that? We're going to have whatever form we desire, from beauty into loveliness, from light into the splendor of glory. For there shall be spread before them the extents of paradise, and there shall be shown to them the beauty of the majesty of the living creatures which are beneath their throne. Good God Almighty. And all the armies of the angels who are now held fast by my word. You hear this? All the armies of the angels which are held fast by my word, they shall appear. You said that we're going to be able to see him. And held fast by a command, that they may stand in their places till their advent come. Moreover, there shall then be excellency in the righteous, surpassing that in the angels. For the first shall receive the last, those whom they were expecting. And the last, those of whom they used to hear that they had passed away. For they have been delivered from the world of tribulation, and laid down the burden of anguish. For what then have men lost their life? And for what have those who were on the earth exchanged their soul? For then they chose not for themselves this time, which beyond the reach of anguish could pass away, but they chose for themselves that time, whose issues are full of lamentations and evils. And they denied the world which ages not those who come to it. They denied the world in which ages not those who should come to it. And they rejected the time of glory. And they shall not come to the honor of which I told before. And I answered and said, how can we forget those for whom woe is then reserved? Chapter 52. And why therefore do we again mourn for those who die? Or why do we weep for those who depart to hell? Let lamentations be reserved for the beginning of that coming torment, and let tears be laid up for the advent of the destruction of that time. But even in the face of these things will I speak. And as for the righteous, what will they do now? Rejoice you in the suffering which you now suffer. For why do you look for the decline of your enemies? Make ready your soul for that which is reserved for you, and prepare your souls for the reward which is laid up for you. And when I had said these things, I fell asleep there, and I saw a vision, and lo, a cloud was ascending from a very great sea, and I kept gazing upon it. Hello? Hello? What can't? Every time you call me, I be studying, honey. I'm studying. Okay, I'm gonna shut it off anyway. Once again, this is Minute Once again, Minister Ron Wilkerson. My phone number 617-477-9283. Sonship out.